This is real talk.
Better be real
This
talk.
is real facts.
I don't wanna hear
You're
fucking
now
lies.
tuned in to 845 The Mix
I
Show.
don't wanna hear fucking lies. No.
845 The Mix Show, DJ Duya. We here, season 3. Jalen A, DJ Duya. We got Erik Jensen in the building today. So I just wanted to, give y'all a rundown of what's y'all been missing or what we've been up to for the last, few months that we've been on hiatus. So, we have New Media Studios, our home now up in Kingston, New York. We built a recording studio as well as the studio where we record this podcast, web show, and a whole bunch of a lot more. So, if you want to come check out the studio, please hit up me or Jalen A. But that's kind of just what I wanted to go into real quick for y'all. We got some new stuff going on, man. We got the artist spotlight, and I'm so glad we got a new segment also called the Master of the Mix Show. And this is my man Erik Jensen. He's in the building for it today. You know what I mean? So I want to give y'all a brief rundown of the artist spotlight. I'm going to give you a full rundown a little bit later. The artist spotlight consists of 3 things. It's the interview, booth freestyle, and then a critique from all 3 of us. So we're going to go into a quick commercial. We're going to get back. We're going to have Erik Jensen. We're going to have Jalen A. We're going to have me, DJ Duya. It's 845 The Mix Show. You know what it is. We here. Escape at Dannemora. You know what it is. Let's go.
Jalen A here, 845 The Mix Show. What's going on? Sitting here with DJ Duya, wishing you a happy 2019. Wondering if you've been thinking about your resolutions, maybe getting into the music industry, being a recording artist. We were looking for some producers and singers to come by the studio at 721 Broadway. Link up with us. We've got some new rates in the booth. We also have a new green screen studio, which is state of the art. You can go ahead and book your music video there. We want to go ahead and work with you. Anybody in 845 and beyond. If you're looking for a new professional studio, make sure you check us out here at New Media Studios. It's your girl. I'm Jalen A. 845 The Mix Show, season 3 on its way. Make sure you stay locked. 845themixshow.com.
Come get it, pussy. These things they fucking run this house. Make me slave, boy. Shit's right, white boy. Let's get it, bitch.
845 The Mix Show, DJ Duya. I told you, man. We here, man, in the tailor shop. You can see it. Erik Jensen.
What up? What up,
good,
man?
man?
It's glad to be back up in here, you know what I'm saying? It's glad to be back up in here.
So, we just saw the clip, so just be clear for everybody. Jab was just a made-up character, and that's
right.
not really how Erik Jensen really gets down and shit, you know what I'm saying?
Jab was a character that was a very small but very important character in Escape at Dannemora, and building the tension in episode 5.
Yep. So, let's back it up for a minute. It's 2015.
Yeah.
You at the crib, and you see Sweat and Matt have escaped from Dannemora. Like, replay that for me.
All right, so my birthday was June 4th. So June 5th was a Friday, which was the evening that they escaped after the count at 11:30. That evening I went out with some friends. We went out, celebrated my birthday. So the next morning I woke up a little groggy, making some coffee, turned on the TV, and I saw Dave and Ricky's mugshot all over the television, and first thing I thought, I was like, you know what? They had help because I was in there.
Yeah,
I was in there.
Yeah.
So I was like, there's no way you're getting out of there without help. So yeah, and it was it was crazy to see people from the inside on television, because a lot of people that you do time with or that you get in with, you never see again.
Ever.
Yeah,
Ever.
yeah,
Especially
yeah,
ever. That's
so,
a fact. That's a fact.
Yeah. It was it was a crazy experience, and just to, like, you want to kind of root for the bad guy. You want to root for them.
I felt like, all right, if we're gonna go down that, I felt like Sweat would have got away if he would have ditched him earlier.
Yeah.
But
Well, they did 21 miles in 21 days together, and then he did 16 miles by himself in 2 days after they split.
Yeah, I didn't even know
Yeah.
all of that.
Yeah.
So what prompted you to start going on to the media outlets
Well,
to talk about it?
Well, at first I didn't say anything. I kept it within my family, within the house.
Yeah.
I told Marissa, I was like, yo, I know these guys. I worked with all these guys in the tailor shop, and she was like, yo, you should speak out, say something about it. I was like, nah, I'm not gonna say anything about it right now. But when I started seeing people come on and start making assumptions, they were giving inaccurate details.
Yep.
They didn't know these people. They didn't know the facility. They weren't given a perspective that I thought I could relate to, that somebody who had been there and who had did time. There was nobody given that narrative. So I said, you know what? I reached out to a journalist of mine that I knew. Mm-hmm. Her name was Jessica Schneider from CBS. Shout out to Jessica. And from there, she went to my house and we did an interview, and it aired on CBS. The next morning, I got a call from the New York Post to do an interview. I did an interview, and it aired the next day in the New York Post. And after that, CNN and a whole media.
Yeah, it was kind of like a avalanche after that.
It was.
Yeah,
it was. And it was something I wasn't expecting. I didn't expect, when this first happened.
Yeah.
I didn't know this was gonna come of it.
Yeah, that's crazy. Because it couldn't have played out. You know what I mean? Like in your head that way.
No.
The way it played out, it couldn't have played out in your head that way.
It honestly didn't, and it wasn't like. I honestly spoke out because I felt like the correct information wasn't being told about. It was like one-sided. It was one-sided and very biased, in my opinion.
So, kind of tell us how all that really tied into you becoming a part of the show and Escape from Dannemora.
Oh, well, Brett Johnson, shout out to Brett, who's at the Golden Globes right now. Love you, Brett.
Getting them W.
Get that statue, man. I told you. You better overnight me that statue. Now Brett, me, Brett, and Michael Tolkien, we became really close friends, and I appreciate them for giving me this opportunity and taking a chance and giving me so much creative freedom and trusting me with my position to do what I thought was a correct portrayal of my, the inmate or the incarcerated person's perspective. Brett reached out to me on Twitter after I think I was on Anderson Cooper or one of those shows, and he asked me if I'd like to help consult and create a television show, and of course I said no.
Everybody was like, sitting in your house.
No,
I don't want to create no TV show. Get the fuck out of here.
I'm kidding, though. But Brett wrote for Ray Donovan and Mad Men for about 3.5 seasons, and I took him very, for him to reach out to me on that meant that he was like very serious, and he wanted to make something. I just didn't know it was going to go to the proportions that it went to.
I saw when you guys initially brought it to Ben, he kind of like turned it down.
He did. Ben turned it down at first because we didn't know a lot of information. Excuse me. We didn't know a lot of information at first of all the details. We didn't meet with Sweat. We had no. The investigation was still ongoing, so they couldn't reveal certain details to us about it at the time. But a year after the escape, almost to the date, the Inspector General, Catherine Leahy Scott, released her report on it. And I met with Ben that May. Before the report came out, we met. We had a great lunch at the Standard Grill in Manhattan. and we spoke a lot about it. He was very interested, but he ultimately did pass on it at first until the report came out and Brett Johnson sent it back to him and said, hey, you may want to rethink your decision, you know. So, and after that, when all the facts and the details came out where we could portray it as a true story, that's when Ben, you know, coming from Ben Stiller as a comedian, a comic.
I know, Meet the Parents.
Yeah, I mean,
And he came from it's dark. It's like
what the fuck?
Yeah, man. It's
yeah.
It pulls you in. It pulls you in. It pulls you in, and it has you like rooting for two murderers.
Right.
That you know are like,
and I think that's the genius of it. I mean, I don't want to, you know, I mean, I hope everybody that's listening has, you know, or watching it has watched the series, because, you know, I want to tell you, like, that is the genius of Brett, Michael Tolkien, Ben, coming together, and
the way they told the story is
storytelling
is amazing, and the way they told that story. And it being a real story, that's what really gives me more of the chills, because it's like, all right, I didn't necessarily go through it, but it just played in my head. I was like, damn, I remember that going on. You know what I mean? It's like I'm living my life, but I remember that going on, and then going back and looking at, damn, they went through all of this shit to get out of there.
They did, and we couldn't, you know, you see it in different episodes, like when they start cutting, which is in 3 until 5, but they were in and out of their cells every night for 85 nights, you know, 85 days from when they cut out, boom, you know, so, and the way we depicted and told the story as 1 through 5, you root for them to get out. But 6 is when we bring you back to reality and say, hey, listen.
They did. This is why they're there.
And then we go to
this is who you're dealing with, Yeah,
then we go to the manhunt, and it's kind of, it tears at your, because you're like, you love them from 1 through 5.
Yeah.
And 6, kind of, you know, you dislike them. Yeah. And so it's like, it gives the audience.
Me personally, I never really had a dislike for Sweat, really. I felt like the way that it was, and I saw in a lot of, you know, forums and posts, and they said that it was kind of like, the way it was written, it was more of like making him look like a good guy, and Matt looking like kind of like the villainous person. You know what I mean?
It really, I think, we told, because of the heinousness of his crime. Yeah, we told his backstory through the perspective of the officer. You see the whole officer.
Got you.
We introduce you to the officer, and we get you to know him, and, you know, see a bit of his personality. He goes home to his wife, you know, etc. And you don't see Sweat until the end. Yeah. When you know, when the focus comes clear after the gunshots, you don't even know what's going on until you see that. With Matt, it was different, you know.
It's like an old man. It's
but it's just as heinous.
Yeah.
You know, we just go to show you the different characters of, you know, because Sweat was one of the guys that felt like me personally, because I knew them. Yeah, I knew Dave Sweat and Richard Matt, even, you know, Tilly. What struck me as, you know, different between them is that Matt was more flamboyant, more arrogant, more manipulative, outgoing. Sweat was kind of like more like I don't want to say sneak thief in the wrong way, but he was the quiet guy that and he was the one that would always, you know, even when Ben and Brett and all of them went to go visit him in 5 Points, he kind of felt like he still didn't belong in prison. Like
That's crazy.
Yeah. So it was kind of like, you know, a different kind of, you know, manipulative technique, but he was more like trying to push the blame onto somebody else. That's what we all gathered from, you know, especially from knowing him as well. And when you walk into Clinton, the first day I walked into Clinton, they said, "You want to kill each other? Take it to the North Yard. You put your hands on one of my guards, we'll put your hands on one of my officers, you'll disappear." That's exactly what was told to me, and believe it or not, there are certain, you know, things that happen inside the facility, but most of the drama, beef, whatever you want to call it, does take place in the North Yard. And that's why the flats, when you walk out, when you see the opening shot in episode 1, not the opening shot, but the opening shot to introduce the North Yard, you see Odell walking through. Shout out to Dominic Cologne, love you. He walks through it, but he's walking on the flats, and the flats, when you walk out there, you it doesn't really do you justice of just how steep it is. It almost reminds you of like a Coliseum, like back in Roman times. And you walk out there, and you really think you're in a third world country. You really do. You're like, where the hell am I? Like, where the hell am I? You know,
I know
nobody can even believe it. You know,
Yeah.
Brett and Michael came from Hollywood, from LA.
Yeah.
They flew here and went there, and they called me as soon as they were done. They were like, "Bro, you weren't
lying,
lying.
yeah.
Like it's real. Like you're going in there knowing you can come out. Like
So boom. All right. Just take me back on that bus though. When you got off that bus and you walked into Clinton, like what was that?
well, I'll tell you this, right? So I arrived in Clinton in the summer of 2011.
Mm-hmm.
I arrived there, and just driving down, there's it's called Cook Street, 374, I believe, Route 374, but it's Cook Street once you get to Dannemora.
Yep.
And just the shadow that you drive through with the wall cast on the street, right? So it's a shadow, and you can feel the chill. So when you drive through this small town, and the wall, I mean, you drive the wall at the speed limit, you're probably driving 15 seconds before the wall is gone. You know, so it's a big wall. It's a big wall.
Going back to that, because I drove there and my friend was actually at the annex, so I had to go back to the annex part.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. The annex is right next door. I was there briefly, but going into there, I was actually shackled to this guy named Larry, and he had like this mental illness. He used to always swear that he was innocent about what he did. We were in downstate together. We were in Ulster County jail together. We got shipped to downstate, and then we got shipped from downstate to Clinton together. To 5 Points, and then we went from 5 Points to Clinton, because that's the way I went.
What city is in 5 Points in?
Romulus,
Okay.
Geneva,
Like Finger Lakes type
Yeah,
area?
yeah.
Alright.
Where they do the NASCAR up there? Where's that? Watkins Glens up there. Around there. It's the newest prison in New York State. It's like all push button, electronical, over 1,000 cameras.
The newest piece of shit.
Yeah, pretty much.
The shittiest shit.
The newest hotel.
Yeah.
But so I was shackled to Larry, and Larry actually, like, he shitted himself on the way up to Clinton. And when we got to Clinton, we were shackled together, so we put our feet up on this wooden apple box or milk crate, whatever you want to call it. And this officer went to go remove his shackles. He took mine off and then went to go take his off, and you know, he's seen all the shit. He got it on his glove, and they beat the shit out of Larry. So, you know, I talk about this in my book, Paid the Price, which is coming out this spring. But you know, it's a sensitive topic because, you know, I didn't know Larry that well, but that could have been me, or that could have been you.
Anybody.
That could have been anybody for no good reason. No matter no matter what you do, we have a judicial system, I believe, that is supposed to hand down the sentence, and our sentence is doing that time. It's not what comes with the time or what comes with somebody's personal agenda. So we never saw Larry again, and come to find out, Larry did get exonerated for his crime, but he killed himself in solitary confinement.
Wow, man,
Yeah.
that's real.
Yeah. So.
Wow, that got me right there.
I like I said, I write a little bit more in depth about like everything like I just told you, but that's just like, you know, you never know who you're sitting next to. Somebody's scared, they shit themselves or they piss themselves. You know, some people ain't built for that, and some people aren't supposed to be there. And some people are really innocent. So you know,
just imagine really being innocent and being
it's hard to differentiate.
thrown into that.
It is.
I couldn't imagine.
It's hard to differentiate.
That's crazy.
And I'm friends with the Central Park 5. You know, all them.
Yep.
We talk about that all the time because I'm like, yo, how did it feel like being in there and knowing you're innocent, and like nobody believed us. Nobody. Everybody's innocent in prison.
Yep.
You know, everybody.
Yep.
You know,
Everybody's
so,
innocent, and everybody was selling keys and busting chops.
They had the drop top helicopter.
That's a fact.
But but that's how I felt going into Clinton, knowing that for something like that, for somebody being scared or whatever it was, I knew I only had a little bit of time. I went there on a parole violation, so I figured I gotta get through this. You know, otherwise, you know, that could be me.
Yeah.
Or you know, something else can happen. You know, something else can happen, and you get more time. Get more time, man.
So I mean, like, to transition from that, man, because that's a somber note. But like, how did it feel? Obviously, like, you had to feel all kinds of jubilation, like, leading up and as you guys were filming and making it, and you know. But like, how did it feel when you actually sat down and watched it?
It's kind of. I don't even think there's a word for it, man. It's kind of like surreal, like you know what I'm saying, like to see something like all right. So as a writer, you know, to make your thoughts become things, you know, it's not essentially, you know, you're putting it out there for the world to see. It's for somebody to read and then they visualize it. So even everything going on inside the tailor shop when you know, when they're having sex or whatever. It was an escape. It was her escape. Yeah. Just like we showed you in one of the episodes where she's walking and she sees this guy come out with these two other women and they're eating ice cream and it's in slow motion. Yep. And it goes that she was looking for an escape from her life. Yeah. And her escape was the prison. Her escape was the prison. Yep. Their escape was her.
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
So yeah. Because, you know, she walked into work when I was there with her. This was before everything, but her and Dave used to go back into that back room numerous times, and you know, I think that she enjoyed coming to work because she was the only female, surrounded by about 40 men. Yeah. Most of them have about 10 years or more to do. Mm-hmm. Most, you know, I was the one that had less. There was a couple people that had less than that, but majority of guys in there had a lot of time to do. So anything that walked and talked was, you know, was game.
Yeah, it's game. Yeah,
no, seriously, you know.
Because my boy, shout out to my boy Kwai, he said, he's like, yeah, I remember that chick. He said, man, they definitely made her look good on TV because she was an ugly bitch.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it was hard to actually dumb down Patricia's beauty. Yeah. But Patricia nailed it, and the whole cast nailed it. The whole crew, producers, director,
absolutely
everybody, man. Mad love to everybody, cast and crew of Escape at Dannemora. I love you guys, and we're going to be on the Golden Globes tonight. Please check it out, 8 p.m. After the show.
So, yeah, man, I just wanted to thank you for chopping it up with us. You're going to hang out with us a little bit.
We're hanging out.
So we got our artist spotlight coming up. This is our master of the mix show, Erik Jensen. Escape at Dannemora, 845. We're in the building, man. 845 the mix show. We here. Let's get it.
That's right.
Jaylen here, 845 The Mix Show. What's going on? Sitting here with DJ Douya, wishing you a happy 2019. Wondering if you've been thinking about your resolutions, maybe getting into the music industry, being a recording artist. We were looking for some producers and singers to come by the studio at 721 Broadway. Link up with us. We've got some new rates in the booth. We also have a new green screen studio, which is state of the art. You can go ahead and book your music video there. We want to go ahead and work with you. Anybody in 845 and beyond, if you're looking for a new professional studio, make sure you check us out here at New Media Studios. It's your girl, I'm Jaylen, 845 The Mix Show, Season 3 on its way. Make sure you stay locked, 845themixshow.com. Yo, that was a crazy interview you just did with Corey. So, I mean, all that aside, the Dannemora show, that's successful, obviously. I want to go back to, like, how, when you were a kid, man, like, did you ever think any of this could be possible? Like, you know, this is crazy. Like, you get on TV and it's like you go from prison to television. It's crazy.
I mean, the transition from prison to where I'm at today, I believe is something that anybody could do. You don't have to go to prison. I mean, please don't go to prison.
Facts.
Please don't go to prison. There's nothing.
We're not condoning that over here.
No, there's nothing cool about it. And a smart man learns from his own mistakes, but a wise man learns from the mistakes of others. So please don't go to prison. And It's not cool. But from that point in my life to where I'm at now, only thing I can say is hard work. Mm-hmm. Don't give up. Yeah. Don't give up, because there's been many points in my life from 2015 to now, till when we were greenlit by Showtime, where me and the writers felt like giving up. We pitched many directors, and a lot of them passed on it, and we didn't know what was going to happen, and that's the thing about Hollywood. You never know.
You don't know.
You don't know. You never.
Could
know.
be anything. It could pick up.
It could be anything. Time. It could be your YouTube show. It could be a book you wrote. It could be a script you wrote, or it could just be a stupid video you made.
I think now what I'm seeing a lot is like the longevity of things. I feel like we're in such a disposable world now. I feel like, your favorite song is your favorite song for like 4 or 5 days, and then you go on to the next thing. Yeah. It's not like back in the day where there was like a longevity, like Roseanne was on forever.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to have something. You got to have that spark to keep it going. And I feel like, with what you're doing and just moving forward now with the rest of the stuff you've got going on, should be incredible future for you.
Thank you, and I agree. I believe that a lot of things are commercialized. A lot of things are watered down. And I believe what we bring, our team, and what we're bringing to the screen and to the world now is real. We don't water anything down. It's not commercialized. We don't want it to be, some viewers may not like this because we're doing this or we're doing that. We're telling a story, and we're telling stories how they need to be told. And
when you was writing that story,
yeah,
did you think it was gonna get picked up?
I always,
hoped for it, right?
I even while I was incarcerated, I believe in positive affirmations, and I would wake up and go to sleep with a positive affirmation, and throughout that day, I would repeat it, and it's kind of speaking things into existence.
Facts.
And I'm a firm believer. Of whether you want to call it the law of attraction, the secret. And
that's something that everybody that's in this business needs to pick on. And Netflix has it on there. It's called The Secret. It's a whole fact. There was one thing in the Secret that, since we're talking about that, where it was like, I wrote a check for myself.
Yes.
For $100,000 or whatever you wrote the check for.
And you look at it every day.
Every day.
You look at it
every day.
And in a way, it's kind of you want to make a vision board. I went so far as to make a vision board as to what I want in my life, and I have it.
Yeah.
And it's not, you don't accumulate it all when you want.
Yeah. But comes as it comes.
It comes as it comes, and it will come.
And when it's your time, I feel like too.
I believe you also have to be prepared for an opportunity. A lot of people say luck. I believe preparation,
facts,
and opportunity,
hard work, dedication.
Yeah.
I think that leads to
preparation and opportunity. Yeah. That's what equals luck, in my opinion.
For sure. So. I think too, we do a lot with a lot of new artists coming up, and a lot of things in the industry based music-wise with these artists that want to do showcases and want to get their music heard. Can you give some kind of advice to them? Can you, do you have any really good advice that would be like, yo, just keep trucking, man, just keep pushing?
I do, because even though I'm not an artist in the music business or whatever,
you're creative.
I am an artist in a sense, and I have a lot of contacts that I've met because of networking and doing more than what you're paid for. Always do more than what you're paid for, and you will get what you want, because people appreciate someone that steps his boundaries and overdoes what he's supposed to do, because that means you really grinding, you really hustling,
and you're doing it for yourself too.
And you get out there, get out there, you go to events, even if you got to pay to go to events, you put your face out there, you put your name out there, then you put your product out there, whatever it may be.
That's a fact.
Music, acting, whatever it may be, put it out there, and I guarantee you that you will draw what you want to you. You won't have to go search for it. It will be there for you, but you have to become relevant with the industry. You can't just live in a studio and distribute your music thinking you're going to become this, A-list star, whatever you may, whatever you want to be. You have to get out there.
It's the grind, man.
You gotta grind.
It's the grind.
You can't sit back and wait for it to come
It's
to
the
you.
grind. And I feel too like no matter how good you are, it's like that doesn't even matter.
No.
You could be the shittiest
It's
artist.
It's who you know.
It's who you know. It's
who you
people,
know.
places, and things. Yeah. And it's all about seizing the moment and seizing the opportunity. And I feel like what Duya and I have been noticing is that it's been coming in stages. It's like last year was like grind mode. You know what I'm saying? We was out every weekend hitting a club and making sure that we was relevant and making sure that we were there supporting people. And then it was more like, all right, now we're in a creative space where going out really isn't where we're at. Going out is more so like, if we're throwing the event, so it elevates it elevates people. I feel like you coming on the show, I know you didn't grow up born here in Kingston, but close enough to Saugerties and came up here. I feel like this area really needs like a hero to step up or somebody to really be like, you know what, this is 845, whether it's Saugerties, Poughkeepsie, wherever it is, and just be like, listen, you can do it. If I can do it, anybody can do it. I feel like that's kind of where you're at. It's like, you go from being in the prison to being on Showtime, It's like, it's an amazing journey.
Well, I thank you.
Yeah, for sure.
I really appreciate that. But I also feel like that everybody can be a hero. And I believe that if we have a dream, we could chase it, and you can achieve it. But you gotta go get it. It's not gonna chase you.
That's a whole fact.
It's not. And coming from I moved from Queens. I moved to Kingston. I moved to Saugerties. I moved all over the globe.
All over the place.
But if you want something, no matter what it may be, if you want a pack of cigarettes, what do? You go to the store and you get it, right? You want a record deal, what are you gonna do?
You're gonna work hard.
You're gonna work hard and go get it, right?
Yep.
You're gonna go get it.
It ain't gonna knock on your door, that's for sure.
It's not. And I believe that you can turn your obstacles into opportunities. No matter what you've been through in your life, you can use your past to create a better future for yourself as well. I'm a firm believer of that, and I believe, I don't toot horns or nothing, but I believe that I'm breathing proof that you can use what you've been through
and to turn it into something better.
To turn it into something positive.
I feel like that too. I feel like too, and bringing up the youth a lot too is really important, and teaching the kids and making sure that the kids know that there is a future for them, because I feel like this is a totally different time than when I was growing up and where my kids are growing up now. It's different.
Right.
It's not the same as like, your mom went to work and all this. Like, we living in a society now where moms is working 80 hours a week sometimes. I know I'm working 80 hours a week, and I feel like the kids kind of like get pushed to the wayside, but I feel like it's all about encouragement and teaching your kids and watching and having them watch you, like your wife and your son is out in the car right now. So it's like you make these sacrifices along the way and you try to just keep pushing forward, and hopefully you're in the right place at the right time. And I feel like that's like a really big part of it. But I also feel like the drive that you have inside yourself, because I've seen a lot of people that are talented and they're just stuck. Maybe it comes down to being humbled in your life or something like that. They're not over the hump yet. But, I feel like with what you're doing, it's got to be an inspiration to the kids, and it's got to be an inspiration to the community. Like, you're really about to go and walk up and collect an award for something, That's an amazing feat.
Well,
so
it's being humble is a big part of it.
For sure.
Because I'll never forget where I came from. But you know what? I'll use that as my gasoline to get as far away from it as I can.
Yep.
But it'll always still be there.
Yep.
No matter where I go, I'll look in the rear view and it'll still be there. But instead of trying to like run from it,
you just embrace it.
Maybe you can slow down a little bit and use what you see and what you remember to help somebody else. I go to Rikers Island and I speak to kids. I speak to kids in C-74. I speak to the women that are incarcerated in Rosie. I go there and I talk. I go there with Piper Kerman from Orange is the New Black. I go there with a bunch of other advocates as well.
Shout out to Orange is the New Black. That show was fire.
Love you.
We're gonna plug you. You could be on the show too, Pipe. Come on through.
But I believe that you have to where does your drive come from? What is your intention? What are you doing it for? If you're doing it just to be famous, then it's not gonna work, because passion, artists have passion, And the true artists of our generation, I believe that, coming from the start of art, whatever, it was from passion, and now as we're in, like you said, things are on such a quick rotation. Yeah. If something doesn't have passion, it's not going to last long.
Yeah,
and
I believe
you're just
that.
going to be washed up like the Gangnam Dance. Or
Yo, I feel like that was like the Bad and Bougie song. DJ Duya, you got something to add to this? You could pop in here.
That was the hit, right?
The Gangnam Dance, right?
The Gangnam Style.
Yo, I never thought I'd say that on our show, but on some real shit. That was like, but I feel like that with a lot of the music that we listen to.
It's cliche, but
and then it's disposable.
You're done.
It's done.
You're done. You made your $1 million, and guess what?
It's over with.
Yeah.
Our attention spans is a lot different nowadays. Like
that's true.
We had to sit down back in our time.
We had to wait for something to come.
Yeah, we had to wait for it to come on. We had to sit through it. There
Be
was
patient.
No DVR or none of that. If you missed Martin, you was asked out and you was laughed at because you missed it. The next day. You know what I'm saying?
It's funny you say that. It's because now, when we were coming up, it's like it was all about the competition. It was about we had to go out and win, or lose. You lose. But now it's kind of like watered down as we see kids on a whole baseball team getting trophies for participation.
Right.
Yep.
Instead of taking that L, coming back stronger.
Yep.
You're supposed to come back strong. You take a loss.
Yeah.
I got beat up. Many times. But you know what? I always came back, and I never let that stop. Yo, we were in Bailey, right?
Yeah, that's a fact.
Yo, you was in Bailey when me and Stevie fought?
Yo.
You remember that?
Yo, listen to me. No, I did not remember that.
My friends ran.
Yo, I did not remember that.
Hometown love for Stevie Costello.
Yo, Stevie, what up, man? I love you. 20 years later, I love you, brother.
Yo, I did not remember that, and I was talking to my boy Lewis.
Lewis
Cohen. Lewis Cohen.
Oh, Cohen, yeah.
Yeah, and he was like, I was like, yo, do you remember Erik Jensen? He's like, yo, I was running down everything that you did and stuff. And he was like, I remember that name. Yo, did he fight Stevie?
Yeah.
And I was like,
yo,
I think he did fight Stevie. Yo, I remember that. And I was like, yo, I remember that.
My friends ran, bro. We had this big thing.
Yeah.
But definitely shout out to Stevie Costello.
Yeah, shout out to my boy Stevie, man. He's out in UMass doing big things, man. He's a coach out there for the Minute Man and stuff.
So
Jay
I was
Lene.
hoping that, he sticks around, goes through this artist spotlight with us.
That's dope.
We've got Rich Stars, one of our favorite artists.
Okay.
DJ Duya hosted his Rich Stars vs. the Industry mixtape, which is still streaming. You can go online and cop that.
Okay.
And, Rich put his heart into the booth, and he was a little tired for the interview, but, it's all going to come together in a package, and we're going to see how it turns out. Hopefully you could give your insight, give a couple scores.
Of course.
Because we're going to start this GMR report. What we're going to do is a bracket style, kind of like rundown of any of the artists that come on the Artist Spotlight. We're going to put their name and we're going to tally up their scores. So at the end of the season, we have all the artists that came on for the Spotlight, plus the new Bars tournament, which is coming up right around the corner. So when we come back from break, we're going to do it. Rich Stars is going to be Artist Spotlight. Erik Jensen's in the building. My co-host, DJ Duya.
Yes, let's raise the bar, people. Let's raise the bar.
Let's raise the bar.
Before we shoot to this commercial, can I give a quick shout out to my man Samuel Harrell's family?
Oh, yeah.
J-Rock, we still fighting. We still love you, my man. Mm-hmm. And one way we're going to get that W, all right, my man?
Yeah, shout out to J-Rock, man. Definitely,
man.
Definitely. One love. So let's get into it. I'm gonna give you a rundown of the artist break or artist spotlight, and then we'll get right into it with Rich Stars. It's 845 The Mix Show. DJ Duya, Erik Jensen, and Jay Lene.
Hey.
845 The Mix Show. DJ Duya, giving you the rundown for the artist spotlight. The artist spotlight consists of 3 elements. The interview, a freestyle in the booth, and then what we like to call the Golden Mic Report. During the interview, the artist will sit down with DJ Duya and give you a reflection on their influences, such as their top 3 and what type of music they make. The artist will then be asked to step into the booth where they're going to record a freestyle. From there, we go into the Golden Mic Report, where the artist will be judged on their bars, which consist of similes, punchlines, and metaphors. Their flow, which is how you ride the beat. Their delivery, how they pronunciate their words, their tone and their placement, and then their overall performance. Each category is worth 5 mics for a total of 25 points. So that's the breakdown. Keep your scorecard. Let me know what the artist got. DJ Duya. Let's go!
Jello Beats, holla at me.
Dylan Gin the sock, bitch, I got the juice. I'm popped in, you wanna pop when he fell off the roof. Yeah, know a couple niggas is fiending to shoot. Beam on the knee, and shoot through the seams of your boots. Pigeons chasing chicken cause they see how I'm cleaning the coop. A slave in the kitchen, how I whip, all I need is a noose. If you don't watch the plate, niggas eating your food. And if your bitch with you for dinner, then she get it too. Dylan Gin the sock, bitch, I got the juice. I'm popped in, you wanna pop when he fell off the roof. Yeah, know a couple niggas is fiending to shoot. Beam on the knee, and shoot through the seams of your boots.
Gotta give it to Michael Jackson for one. It was like, you know, Michael was just insane. You gotta give it to Prince. And damn. There's so many, man. You got Michael, you got Prince, you got James Brown. I could give them three the top three. Michael, Prince, James Brown. That's a fact.
What's your ultimate goals from this? Why you really do this?
Shit, music's more like a lifestyle for a lot of people. Like some people just, you know, it's either fashion or whatever. But I feel like for me, I do music because that's the only way I feel like I could be heard at a point, you know. And I was born with the talent to do it, so I figured, why not voice my opinion this way, you know?
And how would you classify your music? What type of music do you make?
I would say my music's like a mixture of, you know what I'm saying, like a hip hop kind of blues feel. Like, you know, I wouldn't really put it in a category. I would say I'm kind of diverse, you know, so I kind of try to touch base on everything. It's kind of more for the hip hop heads to give you that feel, but I feel like I touch base on a little bit of everything. Everybody can relate. That's a fact.
That's what's up. So let people know how they can reach out to you for features and what music and all that good shit.
Man, you can follow me on Instagram at Rich Stars with a 5. That's RICHSTARZ. You know what I'm saying? But drop the S, use a 5. You know how that go. Go to management email, whatever the case is. That's bookingrichstars215@gmail.com. You know what I mean? You can hit us up with the phone numbers, whatever you need, man. We'll get back at you. But yeah, that's how you can find me. Social media, YouTube, whatever the case is.
That's what's up. So this is the 845 The Mix Show, Artist Spotlight, Rich Stars in the building, New Media Studio. Shout out to Jalen A. Shout out to Lady D. It's DJ Duya signing off. You already know. Let's go. Bye.
Back like get them off me. Low key, but I'm high though, playboy. Time money, you niggas broke, you can't afford it. Foreign in a foreign, I'm inside a Porsche with a Porsche. My bitch is bad, but my money gorgeous. Drake niggas, I can turn your wins into losses. Lame niggas flex, my niggas rob them. And shit, if pass say jack, then they will have fortune. Body anybody on any beat, been a threat, so they envy and load up shots they ain't sending me. I think I'm Prince Hakeem, why they bitches be trying to send me. Funny how these niggas you feed turn into enemies. Top down, riding with that thing inside the belly. Beam of red, that'll catch a headshot in front of Kennedy. Nigga, we different, we everything they pretend to be. Wear a ring on the track, cause I fell in love with the chemistry. I be riding through my city windows, tinted spot up and blow a cartridge. They talking no Sega Genesis. Party after the party, me, your bitches, some Hennessy. Love me, but they hate me. These niggas acting like frenemies. I'm back now. Turning all that soft into crack now. Beef will make a couple of burgers out of you, cash cow. Take a shooter and you it. My niggas are clap clowns. Bullets with a ball to hit your chest and blow your back out, bitch. I'm big hot. Rolling, smoking dope until I pass out. Woke up in the morning like fuck niggas and cashed out. Started with a Chevy, but the well they brought that jag out. That's your ex bitch. Drag a problem on it, you get dragged out. Been the shit since Huggies, bitches love me, so they mad now. Bowman with the butter shooter, brought that Louis bag. I was selling dope out the gym when these little niggas was class clowns. Mr. Hit a lick and fuck your bitch inside a trap house.
Ever Golden Mic Report with the master of the mix show, Erik Jensen.
Let's go.
So, we just watched Rich Stars. Shit was fire. So, what do you give him for bars?
You know what? I'm gonna give him a 4 for bars.
4 for bars?
You know, I was feeling those bars.
Those bars are hard, right?
They was. You know, they were real. They were hard. And, you know, the punchlines was on point. And the metaphors was there. And they weren't over, you know, they weren't like, you know, extravagant. You know, they were there. They were real, and I felt them, man. Especially coming from Queens myself. You know, big up, man. Big up with them bars, man.
So we got a 4 for bars. What about for flow? How you ride the beat? That's the definition of that. I think he rode the beat crazy.
Yeah. I give him that. Yo, Rich, man. Yo, I give you a 5 on that.
Okay.
I give you a 5.
See, the first 5.
Because you know what? You know, you came in, I heard you flow before on the opening, and how you adjusted it to this beat, this tempo, and I heard
think the beat was sick.
The beat was sick.
The beat was
sick. The beat was sick, and how he hit, I felt like his flow was on point with the hi-hats on the beat. It wasn't to the bass, it wasn't to the snare. I felt the hi-hats and how he just switched it up, and yo, I'm feeling it, man. A 5.
The flow was fire. The flow was fire. All right, so we're going to move on to number 3, delivery, which is pronunciation, word placement, and tone. What do you think for that?
You know, the delivery, pronunciation, and the placement, bro, I'm going to give you a 4.
4 on the delivery. I like that, too.
Yeah.
Star quality. He's got some charisma, likability, his appearance. I mean, I know you didn't get to really see too much, but in the video, you watched the video in the beginning with Paper Chase. What'd you think of his star quality? You think Rich could be a star?
I do. Rich, I think you could be a star.
He's been telling you that for years.
Hence the name, Rich Stars. You know what I'm saying? So, pursue your dream, my man. I'm going to give you a 4 on that. You know, but you should definitely not give yourself nothing less than a 5. Go get it, my man, and chase that and get it.
That's a whole fact. So he got 4 for star quality. And overall, his performance, how well you think he did?
5, my man. 5 stars.
He did it.
5 stars, wear it on your sleeve like a general, my man. Yo, you was dope. I enjoyed your performance. I enjoyed your delivery. I enjoyed your track. All that, my man. Yo, send me a link to your music at erikjjensen81@gmail.com. That's all I'm saying.
That's all it takes to be in the right place at the right time. Rich Stars did his artist spotlight. He got some good scores. DJ Dewey, are you in our screen with us right now?
Yeah, I'm here with y'all.
So what did Rich score? He's going to be the first one on the GMR report. What's his final score?
His final score is going to be 22.
22. Damn.
25, my man.
He's setting a bar high for the next artist to come. That's a whole fact.
Yeah, 20. Yeah, that's pretty.
So listen, if you want to see Rich perform live here at New Media Studios, all you got to do is comment in the link below and let us know. If you want to see Rich perform, or you think you want somebody else to be on the artist spotlight, you could go ahead and comment their name below as well. You know, I wanted to just say this has been an amazing show. I'm glad that we're doing some new stuff. I hope you guys like it in the audience, what you're seeing. Trying to give you some different visuals, some newer guests. And couldn't do it without DJ Dooya.
Yeah. Yo, we go back, man. We go back like hairlines.
It's crazy.
I still got mine, though.
Yeah, I'm losing mine, man. I'm losing mine. But, yo, it's been an absolute pleasure to be up here with you guys. And to just be real. You know, it's not like, there's no fake shit going on behind the scenes. No producers telling me I can say, can't
This is all organic, man. Nights and nights and hours of hard work putting it through.
And anytime, man, I'm free. You guys wanna want to collaborate on something, let's do it.
I definitely want to collaborate
That's a
on that
fact.
club night. That's a whole fact. Shit, Jay Lene likes to get out at the club.
I see what this is.
Jay Lene likes to get out at the club. That's a whole fact.
Let's do it though. We can set it up.
Definitely.
And we can do a little something for the show that night as well. Maybe we could do
some live. We'll do something
we'll play it
live.
by ear.
Yeah, definitely.
Sometimes the best thing comes sporadic.
That's a fact. DJ Douya, you got anything to add to this before we sign out? Hopefully everybody enjoyed the live stream. We've got more to come from 845 The Mix Show, New Media Studios. I know I'm kind of touching on everything, but, you know, we're trying to get in here, and if you want to come in the green screen and get your video shoot done or you want a commercial recorded, we the people for that. We the plug.
Yeah, definitely. Shout out to Eric, man. I really appreciate you coming through
Definitely.
and just shedding light on Hollywood. You know, we're really more of a music-based show, and but a lot of people I feel like have dreams and aspirations of getting to where you are, but they have no idea of the steps or even seeing someone from your acumen to take it to there. And it's for me to personally know you and know your story and really, you know. Right. It's amazing, man, and I really commend you. And whatever you need, keep going forward, man. We riding with you, man.
Thank you, and I'm the same way, man. Back at you. Anything you guys need, anything I can do to help you guys, contacts, definitely. Whatever it may be. But I want to say to the audience or everybody that's listening, watching, or even to you guys, I believe that. This right here, you guys got me. No, I'm not saying like that, like you got me like that, but I'm a friend, I'm a contact, just sure. Like all the viewers. I put my information out there, So if you got a product you think that me or somebody else is willing to buy, then pitch us.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And not everybody's gonna be bought, but if you're not bought, then come back with a better product. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
And we looking for content creators too,
Hustle and grind.
Hustle and grind. Anything that you can think of that, you don't know how to get into this business, we're here for you. Yeah. You got an idea that you just don't know how to manifest. You've got some content on your brain. You want to do a game show, whatever. Yeah. Just shoot us a message. Same thing. Make sure you support this man right here. Bringing it up for the 845.
845?
You already know.
But, yo... I'll tell you what.
Sorry, I'm not sure I understand.
Sure you didn't understand.
Oh, shit. Alexa trying to get in the conversation.
What was that? That was Siri or Alexa?
I don't know.
Or Bixby. I don't know which one it is. I'll tell you what, though. All the viewers and you guys as well, I appreciate all the love. I'm humbled by it because you know what, where I've come from, it's always you had to stick your chest out and you had to show who you were. Mm-hmm. And in this where I'm at in my life today, it's not like that. I don't want to show where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? I want to help somebody get to where they want to be.
That's how I feel.
That's it.
That's what it's about. It's about giving back. We touched on that in the second segment. If you missed the live stream, you can go back and view it on YouTube at 845 The Mix Show on our YouTube channel, New Media Studios. We're also going to send a link over to Eric, so make sure all of his people can see that as well. DJ Douya, you want to send us out?
Yes, DJ Douya, 845 The Mix Show. Just want to thank Eric for coming through again. Thank you, Jay Lene, for all your hard work. We put a lot into this stream. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like, share. Log into the 845themixshow.com. We still got the Dave East giveaway going on. We're going to be giving away some tickets later on this week sometime, so make sure you keep logging in. And I'm looking at the looking at the stream, and we got a lot of viewers. I'm happy. So, man,
and I just want to say one more thing. Shout out to my boy who just recently passed away, my co-host, Bobby Good. We do have a tribute video. We're going to put it on 845themixshow.com. You could go ahead and watch the tribute video for Bobby. He was our co-host last season, and tragically we lost him. But we still doing this, you know what I'm saying? We still going to do it, and hopefully his family knows that, you know, we're going to keep his legacy alive too. And if you want to purchase any of Bobby Good's clothes, he's got the Happy Camper line. If you want to purchase anything from that, all the proceeds are going to his daughter, London. You can hit me up in my DM or private message me, and I can get you gear for that. Also, next show, we're going to have some of that out for you. If you want to come through the studio while we're doing our live broadcast, you can purchase it from us here. You already know what it is.
Shout out to Bobby Good.
Shout out to Bobby Good, man.
Bobby Good.
Rest in peace, Bobby
Rest
Good.
in peace, man.
Thank you to everybody that's tuned in.
Yeah.
Stay connected, stay real, stay loyal.
Stay real. Let's highlight that one more time.
Real, stay focused.
And stay loyal. And, you know, chase your dreams, man.
That's it, man. You never know what tomorrow brings.
Yeah.
Bobby Good, it's Jalen A, it's DJ Douya. If you're not with us, you're against us. You're not rocking with the best, you heard me?
Yeah, it's the low life. Let's get it. I'm a New York nigga. Bust me down on that Newport nigga. Give a fuck what you thought, nigga. This is uncooked coke, not sea salt, nigga. Let's go. I roll around in big trucks. Whole crew could get like 2 fucks. Fuck you, nigga. Nah, I don't say much. Out of town bitches always say I'm playing too much. Well, let's fuck. Big band stacked up. Yeah. Keep Mac case, do act up. Cadillac truck, room back up. Cops looking for answers, but don't ask us. It's big bucks in the club. I give no fucks in the club. My cousin swiping, so we showing niggas love. And the vibe is all good, but don't get it fucked up. Get left in the club. Shit, I almost bought an F in the club. Look, don't have step in the club, cause the Ruger go boom up in your chest in the club. I'm a New York nigga, when niggas selling the crack. I'm a New York nigga, when niggas busting the gap. I'm a New York nigga, I don't know how to act. I'm from New York nigga, niggas killing on rats. I'm a New York nigga, niggas selling the crack. I'm a New York nigga, when niggas busting the gap. I'm a New York nigga, I don't know how to act. I'm from New York nigga, niggas killing on rats. I'm rich, yeah. Yeah.
I blow a bag a day. That's what you do when the money up. Yeah, I'm throwing bands. I get to the money. If I get a check, I'ma run it up. They can never catch the wave. These niggas ain't done enough. Probably why they mad at me. Cause I got my money up. I'ma throw a bag in here, yeah. That's what you do when your money up. Now I blow a pack a day. Dirty Sprite inside a double cup. I fuck it up, nigga mad at me. Probably cause I got my money up. Just fresh out of magazines. Switching niggas, double dutching us. I got on my hitters, yeah. Hold your thotty, she gon' fuck with the crew if I pour up this liquor. She get litty and show me what it do. I got bitches on bitches, yeah. Let's be honest, nigga know how I move, throwing hundreds and fifties, yeah. She bust it open when it fall from the roof. She know what's up. Came in with the bands. Call on my bros. They got all of they bands. Your team ain't real. These hoes can't stand it. Came in here with that thing on me. Fake nigga don't care.
These niggas been out of pocket. Yeah. If you really get money, the niggas stop playing and drop it. 20s, 50 tons, I'ma need another bag. I'ma be all in my bag, I'ma be in my bag. I'ma be all in my bag, I'ma be in my bag. I'ma be all in my bag, I'ma be in my bag.